Welcome into DC On Screen. I'm your host, David C. Robertson. This is my co-host, Jason Goss.
Hello.
We're going to do a recap and review, spoiler heavy, of Legends of Tomorrow 204 Abominations. Mississippi, 1863, a rogue time pirate crashes and accidentally unleashes a zombie virus. The Legends respond to his S.O.S message only to find Henry Scott, a slave-turned-spy for the Union Army, who missions to retrieve Confederate plans and a gaggle of Confederate zombies. Henry gets killed. Jax takes it upon himself to carry on where history says Henry Scott should. Jax and Amaya go find the Confederate plans at a plantation, but find more than they bargained for: real-life slavery right in front of them. Amaya wants to help, but Jax cautions that it could alter the timeline, until, of course, he changes his mind. Meanwhile, Sara and Nate help fight a Confederate zombie horde with a surprisingly heroic non-alcoholic General Grant, while Stein and Ray stay on board and run around the ship in the dark trying to subdue Zombie Mick.
Time-traveling zombie virus, man. You are watching Legends of Tomorrow right now.
Absolutely.
And we mentioned non-alcoholic Ulysses because it has been surmised by certain people that if he wasn't as, heroically drunk as he was, he wouldn't have made some of the decisions he did that won the war. That is literally a thing historians talk about.
Yeah. So, we get a cool little speech. We get a little bit more of the Barry Allen message from the future from 2056. That a war is coming, Captain Hunter. Oh, shit. What is this?
World War in.
Looking forward to that. Sarah always says library, not library. Have to point that out.
I'm not going to be able to hear that now.
I liked the fact that they did a story where, because last year I was complaining that they went back into the 50s or whatever it was. It was the 50s, and Jax wasn't nearly as persecuted as I thought he would be. And they just kind of glazed over it. They kind of do a thing here, though, where he's like, it's not a big deal. I've been to every time period I can go to, I'll be discriminated against because I'm black. And then it just kind of, blindsides him. And he's like, oh, this shit is real. Like, this is not even as, I thought it was.
Yeah.
Like, this is really bad. Unfortunately, the entire slavery storyline, I feel like, is undercut by a couple of different things. One, the censors, which you could get away with a lot and make it really pertinent. I've seen lots of shows do it. So they're still not off the hook with that just because of censors. But also, they have Confederate zombie soldiers, and the silliness of that storyline completely undercuts the slavery storyline. So very uneven episode for me, even though the zombie, funny zombie story is funny.
Well, that's what they did. What they did well was two things. They told a really, for what they could do, I think, even within standards and practices, a pretty powerful tale with that scene with the singing and the was the line about they think they can break us and they start singing was downright powerful. They did a good episode with Jax, who, by the way, was actually good this week. Like, Friends Drame, however you pronounce his name, did a damn good job. I thought the Jax storyline was pretty good. He was sensical most of the time. He stayed to mission. Him filling out the Henry Scott thing was I thought, great. Problem was they did a really good slavery episode and a really good wacky zombie episode, and they shouldn't have made them the same episode. Yeah,
when you put those together, you somehow get didactic silliness. It's weird.
And the stuff with Ray and Stein running around after being chased by Mick was fun. I enjoyed getting to that, but it's like, oh my god, this slavery thing is just. Oh wait, we're zombies.
Yep. So a lot of issue there for me. The Sara and Nate storyline was kind of goofy. It was your classic zombie storyline where they're running out of ammo and they're just trying to make it, and then they come up with a plan to blow up all the zombies. I guess that was their only real plan. They weren't actually trying to cure the virus. They were just trying to blow people up.
Literally just trying to blow all the zombies up. Yep.
And hey, Legends of Tomorrow producers, you can give me a job. Seriously, because when they should have just had Grant guzzling booze until Sarah comes in with that zombie head and he just looks at the booze and throws it down.
Yep, absolutely. And we've cured him of alcoholism.
An old gag, but pertinent.
Would have been happy with it. Everything with Ray, you feel bad for him. He's lost his suit. I don't think he has the resources right now from the Wave Rider to really gather that. And he was trying to explore what he's worth as a human. So I think his heart's not in getting his suit back right now.
Right.
Right now, he's wanting to see packing lunches, staying on the ship, staying on point. Can he? And by the way, apparently should not put sprouts in Roy's sandwich.
Right.
Like, he wants to see what Ray can do, but I'm super excited.
He's totally just using all the skills he gained while he was like holed up in the past with Ciara or whatever her name is.
Yeah.
Shiera. Sorry.
Yeah.
Shiera.
And he's
Kendra.
Yeah, he's got a lot to it to work with. He's still a super clever guy, extremely resourceful. He's useful. He just wants to know what he could do. He wants to know that he's not a guy in a tin can, as the Avengers put it. So, I like the idea of him doing that. I even like the idea of him putting on new, like other people's suits to see if it fits him.
Absolutely. All right, so Jason's audio has messed up, and that's what's going on right now. He's had a computer, a soundboard, like pretty much everything electronic in his life has failed him this week, and so we're just waiting for replacements to come in as we can, and he has cut out, so we're just going to roll with that, guys. And it was a fine episode. It was uneven, and it had its issues. Not the best, certainly not the worst. But we are going to call it. And thank you guys for listening. I'm so sorry for for just having to put out a series of shitty episodes. But we tried. And we are DC On Screen. You can catch us on DCOnScreen.com every episode. Giant Size Team Up Network, GiantSizeTeamUp.com. We love you guys. We're going to come back with that Wonder Woman trailer review and all the news that's happening. Until next time, guys, keep some DC on your screen.
Are you struggling to lose weight and keep it off? Tired of wasting time and money on starvation diets that lead to more frustration and stress? If there was a weight loss solution that could actually work for you, would you try it? Then head to Golo.com.
I'm Steve. I lost 138 pounds in 9 months on Golo.
I'm Amber. I've lost 128 pounds with Golo Taking Release.
If you're ready to take back control of your life, head to Golo.com now and see how Golo can work for you. That's GOLO.com.
My sleep is way better. My inflammation has gone way down. Golo saved my life. I was way overweight. That's what sent me down the path. I wanted to make sure and live for my kid.
I have literally tried everything. I was on the verge of getting gastric bypass surgery, and I saw the Golo commercial, and it was the last thing I tried because it worked.
Join over 2 million people who have found a better way to lose weight with Golo. Your healthier and happier life begins at Golo.com. That's GOLO.com. Again, GOLO.com.